Will this be my last smallmouth trip of 2023? Guys, it very well could be, but I appreciate you tuning in. Today you are once again river fishing with Frank here. It is November the 8th. It's about noon. It's supposed to be about 80 degrees, so a really warm day for the first week of November. We've had a few warm days, so I suspect these fish will be active and hopefully feeding up for the winter. My plan is to start with some slower moving baits, probably some finesse baits. Probably will end up starting with that Nico Helgramite. It's been awful good to me, guys. I've been catching fish on that since back in the spring, since back in April. We'll probably throw some spinner baits and probably even some swim baits. So we're going to mix it up a little bit here and see what happens. I am on the Gandot River today, which has turned out to be an excellent river for smallmouth. I've caught quite a few both in the Tug and in the Gandot River. So that's where we're going to be today. I thought I would bring you guys along for at least one more trip before winter does set in. I hope you join me today. I appreciate everyone's support, and without further ado, let's get to fishing.
There's one. Guys, we got something, I believe. Yeah.
We got our first one. Looks like a smallie.
Yeah. All right, guys. All right, man, number one.
All right, guys, check out our first smallie here, guys. Not too bad. I'd say he's probably 13, maybe a 14 incher here. Beautiful smallmouth. All right, guys, let's let this smallmouth go back. He hit the Helgramite. We finally landed our first one. We'll see you, buddy. There he goes. Look at him go, man. We'll see you, buddy. Well, guys, we finally broke the ice with a decent little smallie there on the Helgramite. You can see we've got some current going on here. I'm basically just letting it drift in the current, letting it sink, twitching it a little bit, keeping it just up off the bottom. But the water is up a little bit, and we do have a current. They must be letting some water out of the reservoir. But let me show you what I'm using here for those of you that haven't seen a Nico Helgramite. How I've got it Texas rigged there on a 1/8 ounce weight, and that's the big 4 1/4 inch natural color Nico Helgramite. I've been fishing with that since the spring, guys. This same one, I had some black ones. I no longer have any of the black obsidian, which I'll have to get some more, but this is the natural. I've been catching a lot of smallmouth on this, and basically what I'm doing here is just letting it float in the current, letting it sink, twitching it is how I'm fishing it. Because we do have a little bit more current here. Like I said, they must be letting some water out.
There's another one. Guys, we got another one. I don't think it's as big, but I'll take him, man.
I'll take him. Boy, he's a fighting.
Come in here, pretty smallmouth.
Yeah. All right, guys, check him out. Not as big as that last one, but he might be 11 inches, maybe 12 inches. Thanks for biting, Mr. Smallmouth. You're awful pretty, buddy. Just let you go. Anyways, guys, a lot of times these smallmouth do interrupt me when I'm trying to provide a little bit of commentary. But I'm just kind of let it sink, drift in the current there, twitching it. Nothing special. I've got that on a 1/8 ounce weight to get it down there a little bit. Seems to work perfect because that Helgramite is buoyant. It does float. So you have to have a little bit of weight to get it down there. A 1/16 ounce weight is not quite enough. That's why I used the 1/8. And it seems to work perfect. Just throwing it out there, letting it sink and drift in the current, and they're nailing it. A lot of times on the fall. But hey, it makes number two. I hope the bite is turning on. And hope we find that window. I don't know what time it is, but feels pretty good to have landed two. Man, it looks like a good spot over there. Here comes the leaves.
Oh yeah, good God. What do we got? Guys, we got a good one. God, I thought I was hung up, man. God. Jesus. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Woo!
All right, guys, check him out. This is a bigger fish, man. We'll try to get a weight on this. Check him out. That's a beautiful smallmouth. All right, man. This sucker's 2.5 pounds. Check it out. 2.5 pound smallie here. Beautiful fish. One last look at him, guys. 2.5 pounds. He's about 16 inches. We're gonna let him go. All right, guys, this is a beautiful smallmouth. I thought I was hung up, man. Look what a fish. Beautiful, man. We'll catch you next time, buddy. Thanks for biting. All right. Are you kidding me? 2.5 pounds, about 16 inches, our third fish. They are getting bigger. And I knew that was a pretty good one when I hooked it, guys. But that's our third one on the Nico Hellgrammite. And if things keep going like they are, I may just keep it on there all day. We'll have to see what happens. Hopefully I do not get hung up and lose it, because that is my only one. But guys, that's 3 here pretty quick. And they are getting bigger. I haven't covered much ground, but we'll keep throwing the Hellgrammite. Let's see if we can catch another one. Yeah, I don't know why I would switch. As long as they keep hitting this, man, like they are, I'll keep it on there. This thing will last all day easily. But man, that was a nice fish. They are getting bigger, man. And I hope they continue to get bigger. Our third one, I'll show you guys. I haven't covered much ground. You can kind of see those shoals right there. I just started below. That's where we caught those two. Then I moved up here. I'm kind of casting around these rocks in this deeper water. Again, just letting it drift in the current, twitching it. And they're picking it up, man. That is definitely a good sign here to start the day. All 3 that I've hooked, I've landed, so that's a good thing too. Had none to get off, but we're just getting started here, man. Hoping we can catch some more.
Oh yeah, there's another one. Guys, not a big one.
But they're hitting this Hellgrammite, man. And they're staying hooked.
All right.
That might be the smallest one, but man, you make number 4. This is fun, man. We'll see you. I wonder how many's over there between those 2 big rocks. That's where I've been casting. We pulled 2 out of there. We'll make a few more casts. If we don't get bit, we'll move up. We've got a bunch of good ground to cover. And if things continue like this is gonna be fun.
Oh, where's another one? We got another one.
All right. Not a bad smallie here either, man. I'm telling you, some solid fish. All right, man. Chunky smallmouth. All right, man. Number 5. Beautiful fish here. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for biting. We'll see you. I believe the fish are ready to play today, guys. We may have found that bite window. Those 5 fish here haven't moved very much, but now we have some wind. We have a bunch more leaves on the water, but that's okay. We'll keep fishing with this Hellgrammite. It is producing. It is catching some fish, and The 5 that I've stuck, they've all stayed hooked. So that is good too. We'll just keep throwing it.
There's one. We hooked another one, man.
Yeah, buddy. I tell you, this is another solid fish right here. All right, man. Come in here, man. You are a nice fish. Tell me it ain't a nice smallmouth chunky. Look at that, man. Probably 12 or 13, but buddy, you're solid. You're a beautiful fish, but I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you biting. You make number 6, pal. All right, man, we're still in the game here. Just kind of moving up the river here. We do have a lot more leaves on the water, which is a little aggravating, but I guess that is to be expected. But guys, you can kind of see that lay down, that tree over in the water. Never pass the opportunity up. A lot of times they'll hold close to this type of structure. I figured there would be one in there. That's another solid little smallie, probably a foot long, but man, he was probably a chunky foot long anyway. I hope this continues. I'm just kind of letting the sink get underneath those leaves, guys, and just letting it drift in the current, twitching it a few times. That's how we're catching them. Well, guys, it has been a little while since I've got bit. I don't know what's going on if the window's closing, but we do have a lot more leaves on the water, which is a little bit more problematic, but seems like the bite has slowed down. I'm not sure what time it is, but you can kind of see what's in front of me here. I'm gonna head up this way, guys, just as far as I can go. I don't know how long I have left, but we'll work the best we can around these leaves, man. I like to work this bank all the way up, but sun's going behind the mountains there. I'm gonna go up. We're gonna try to cover some water here as quickly as we can, and let's see if we can find another smallmouth. Gotta be some more fish in here, man. Surely they didn't turn off that quick, but it's possible. It's been a while since we've got a bite, man, but we're in some good water. I know they're in here, just maybe the bite's turned off. I don't know. All right, folks, I am back where I started today here on the Guyandotte River. I didn't know what to expect coming out here on November the 8th. This is the latest in the year I believe I've ever caught smallmouth, and we even caught a 2.5 pounder about 16 inches long. So to come out here and catch a half a dozen fish, I'll take it. I'm pretty happy. You know, again, I didn't know what to expect, and I thought I would just start with a finesse bait. There was a lot of leaves on the water, so I used it weedless, and we caught 6 fish. In fact, we caught all our fish on that Nico Helgramite. I've been using that one Helgramite probably for 3 or 4 months now. So the durability on those are second to none. Again, it was on the natural 4 1/4 inch Nico Helgramite is what we caught all our fish on today. But I don't know if it'll be my last smallmouth trip or not, but if it is, guys, we will transition into some trout fishing. So I hope you stick around and stay tuned for that. In fact, speaking of trout, they have done some fall stocking here. I have fished R.D. Bailey. I have fished Palm Fork. In fact, I went up there a couple days ago and caught a couple. So those of you that are still watching, I'll leave you with what happened a few days ago, a couple rainbows on the rooster tail. But I appreciate everyone's support. All of you that has watched and subscribed, guys, that does mean a lot here. So I'm going to keep on keeping on here. Hopefully we can catch some more bass, but if not, I look forward to some trout. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, guys. I hope you stay tuned for some trout fishing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
There's one. There's one. Yeah, boy. Oh, yes. We got our first one, guys. Here, Mr. Trout.
Yeah, buddy. Come off right in the net, man. Yeah. All right. We got our first trout. All right, man. This is our first one. Not a bad fish here. Let's let him go back. There he goes, man. We'll see you, buddy. We're on Palm Fork. I'll show you what I'm using. It's actually a rooster tail. It's a 1/8 ounce. This one is called the White Dalmatian, and I do have on a barrel swivel. I think it's a size 14 swivel. So that's our first one here on the White Dalmatian. You can kind of see where I'm at. We got fresh water coming in, and this is where we caught our first one. I'll make a few more casts in here and we'll move on down, but I'm glad we broke the ice there. Nice little hole. I thought there may be a trout in here, and they definitely was. At least one. It's been a couple weeks since they stocked, so I don't know how many's been caught out of here. There probably have been some caught out, no doubt. We're gonna wait on down here and try to find us a hole or two. See if we can catch a few more. There should be one in here, man. This is the best spot I've seen yet.
Oh yeah. One come out. Got it.
I thought there'd be one in here. Yeah, man, come in here, Rainbow. All right. There he goes, buddy. Go back home. I'll help you. Go on. All right, that's a quick release. But anyways, guys, we got another one.